Hi everyone, it's Anne from curiousmoondesign. Join me today if you want to make some lovely charms to hang from your junk journals. This has been a lot of fun. There's some metal-like charms made from cardboard and just a few supplies that I'm sure you have in your stash. So let's get started. Okay, well, firstly, I'm going to put some paper down because it gets a bit messy. And then I've got my piece of cardboard. It's just a cereal box. I'm going to be doubling that up eventually just to make them a bit thicker, and all I'm going to do is put some paint on. I've got these watercolour inks, so I'm just going to use some of those because I've got a lot of them. There's some gold and blue. I've got all colours here, pink. All I'm going to do is pour some on and slosh it around, really. You don't want it to be, to get you might want it a muddy brown, but I'm also going to put on some ink pad. Just slosh that over. Got some nice colours in that. These inks are just ones I've got from a supermarket, actually. Ooh, that's too much. Trouble is, the more you put on, the longer it takes to dry. So I'll just, rather like I'm going to do on the foil, just slosh some ink on there. That will spread out. So I'm going to let that dry. Then what I'm going to do is probably put some script over that in black ink, just randomly. And when I've done that, I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, well, it's very nearly all dry, and I'm just going to put that script on. Just adds another layer. I think I've got enough on there. So this looks as though it's got no ink on, but it's actually has got a thin layer and it's quite glossy, so there's my little roller. Lovely. This is a sewing square I use with my stamps. Because I don't use it very much for sewing. Okay, I might just go put a bit more ink on. Go that way. As you can see, it just gives it another layer. So I'll carry on with that, and then I'm going to cut out my little rectangles. I might cut some circles out, but I'm going to leave enough so I can put some on the back because it's just a cereal box and they'll look quite different once they've been cut out. Okay, I've cut a couple out, so as you can see they look much better once they've been cut. And this one I've added an eyelet to. You can just see the script on there, and I've rounded the edges and inked the edge. So I'm going to do that on all of the pieces I've cut out, and as you see I doubled the cards so they're thicker, more substantial then to be used as a charm or something like that. I did cut this one out. I did another piece of card with some black ink on, and I've just cut a round one out, put a number on. Probably going to highlight that with some gold. So they're coming on, so I'm going to carry on cutting them out and inking them up, putting some eyelets on, and I'll come back and show you the finished pieces. Now for the foil I'm going to use a larger sheet for this, but I just wanted to show you how I prepared it. So it's just a piece of cardboard cereal box again, and with the other one I've covered with glue, PVA glue, and then I've just use the shiny side or the dull side. I've gone over the edge on both sides, and it sticks really well with the PVA glue. I didn't even leave it to dry because it stuck so well. And it's quite forgiving, so if you put it in the wrong place, I've been able to peel it back. Just make sure that it's all covered, and I've covered the ends so that you don't have any peeling up. And then all I've done is rather like with just the plain cardboard, I've put my inks on it. I wasn't sure that they were going to dry, but I read somewhere putting some liquid soap on first would help it bind. I did do a little bit of that, but in actual fact it wasn't too bad. I just left it to dry and it was fine. So, but apparently you can paint with anything, acrylics, or you can just leave it like that. And I'm going to put it through the embosser. So I'll show you on the piece that I've prepared earlier. So I've spread the foil with different coloured inks, and they took a while to dry. Now I'm going to put it through the die cut machine, but with the embossing, the alphabet on. So I'll have to do little ones like half and half. Then we'll see what that comes out like. Looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but we'll see how it works out. Okay, let's see what's happened here. There's quite a struggle getting it through. Oh wow, that's really lovely. I can cut those up. I'm going to put the other side through, so it's, and then I've used it all up. Okay, so that time I've got the letters facing this way, which so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut one row. That looks pretty good. I'm going to push the ends in a little bit to seal the foil, and might put a eyelet in there. But that's quite a nice way of getting some really lovely embossed metal-like and also colourful with the foil. But that's been quite a good success. So I'm going to tidy up and then we'll have a look at them. So here are some of them. I've finished. I did some more card and did some blue and green with the gold. Not sure what I'll do with these yet. I'm going to leave them because I may just place them inside the junk journals as some decoration. But I think you'll agree they've come out really well with just using a few materials. This one I've added a little keychain to, and the eyelet, and some beads. I thought the beads went really well with that, and that would hang up really nicely on a junk journal. Got another one there, and this one I put, it's a little bead, a little shell type sort of button bead, and I thought that one went really well on the script and the plain shiny surface. I've got that one on the other side. And then I've got some little circle ones that again will add to some charms to hang from a junk journal. And these are the foil ones, which have turned out really well. I'm very pleased with those. So it's been great fun doing these, and that's what crafting's all about, isn't it? It's a wet Sunday afternoon, and what better thing to do than mess about with some paints and cardboard and paper and make some nice charms. I hope you'll have a go and come back next time when I'll be playing with some paper or fabric. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye for now.